Hi. For most businesses, invoices are still a mess, disguised as a simple task. So most teams have to receive the invoices either via email, scan, or upload, manually check if the vendor exists, manually enter line items, and then match them to the right account code, forward them for approval, and then finally add them to their system. That process is slow, error prone, and then also drains time from finance teams that should be focusing on higher value tasks. So I built something to help with that. This is a fully automated invoice processing system. What it does behind the scene is that it watches your inbox. In this case, we use email, but it could be any other inbox for new invoices, uses an OCR tool to extract the PDF data, passes the data, which would include the vendor, the invoice number, the due date, the amount, and then sends it for approval in Slack. Once it's approved in Slack, it creates an invoice in Xero and then updates your Google Sheet. It could be Airtable or whichever database you're using, and then also labels the email so that nothing falls through the cracks. All automated, all tracked. So this is an email that we just received. You can see it just came in about 2 minutes ago. So let's go to our system here and then I execute. Once I do that, you see it keeps going. And then the OCR has extracted the text. It's been updated on our Google Sheets. A code has been used to pass the text, the different text that were sent in, and it has pulled in the key data. Now it's waiting in Slack for my approval. So if we go to my Slack channel here, which is for invoices, you see the details of the invoice there. So once I click approve here and I go back here, you would see that it's already going to Xero's and then it's going to create a draft bill in Xero. Once it creates that, it tags the email as well as processed. So let's check Xero to see what has been created for us. So let me just go back. So here is the draft bill ready to be paid, 007. I'm sure you saw that earlier. So with the details, with the tax element also taken care of, everything has been filed inside Xero. Then if we go here as well to the database, you would see that that has also been updated. So 007 as well with the amount and then the status and the timestamp as well. Then if we go into my email as well, and then we refresh here, we don't even need to refresh, you'd see that it's been labeled processed. So there's no situation whereby it will be double paid or double or it will be entered twice. So no double entry, no missed invoices, and no guessing. This saves teams hours of admin every week, especially if you have to process more than 10 invoices. It also reduces human error and speeds up the approval process and then keeps a transparent trail for compliance. So your team can focus on other strategic things other than typing data. If your invoice process still feels very clunky and burdensome, a system like this will change the game for your business. So, lastly, the Slack channel as well was updated to show that the invoice has been posted on Xero. So your team has full picture of what has happened behind the scene. So DM me if you want one set up for your business. I look thanks. Bye.